What's good? It's your boy Yolo, and I'm checking in right now with the OnSight podcast, man. Make sure you tap in right now and check this shit out.
How do you define yourself to the culture? A content creator or like a multi-talented hip hop artist?
I kind of define myself to the culture as like, I would say multi-talented. I didn't really get into just one side of the game. I mix. I do, you know what I'm saying? I know how to promo. I do, I edit. Okay. I do so. I think the main thing with it is like a lot of artists, like when they get into it, they get into the point of, I'll give me a manager and the manager handle everything. But I think artists miss the point of actually learning the business themselves. So me, I'm hands-on with everything. You know what I'm saying? Any decisions being made on my career, I want to know too, so I know how to do it. Our relationship might not last, and I'm going to still need to keep going. You see what I'm saying? Then I'll be stuck trying to find somebody else to run it again. So I think that's multi-talented is kind of like what I more bring to the culture. I feel like that's the main key to it. Yeah, that's why I learned that.
What is the biggest influence on you as an artist?
Biggest influence on me as an artist, I would say, is family. I think it's more so of like, I had a full ride scholarship, fuck that up. Ended up getting another scholarship, fuck that up. And then music was kind of like the third, you know what I'm saying? It's like, the final try, and you can't mess that up.
Well, you had the scholarships at?
I had a scholarship at University of Maryland first to play linebacker. Okay. And then I ended up coming to FSU out here and I ended up getting kicked out of FSU. But at the end of the day, I feel like, just like recently I went to my, they had homecoming. And I haven't been back like since I got kicked out of school. Like all my friends and like when I play football, all of them, like they do stuff now, like other stuff, coaches, principals, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I popped out on them and I was sitting in the section with them and stuff, and I would just sit in the back. And they came up to me like, man, how come you know what I'm saying, ain't never come out here, like took you this long? I said, bro, you want me to be real with y'all? And he was like, yeah. I was like, bro, I was embarrassed. All this shit don't mean nothing to me really when I wanted to do that. Like all the shit that I had to go through, all the charges, all the you know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't have never wanted that. You see what I'm saying? So even he'd be like, but bro, if people envious of you, and I'm like, bro, I'm envious of y'all. You got a degree. You got something you can fall back on. I was chasing dumb shit and messed all that up. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's more so like family and providing for my family. It's just me, my bro, and my sister. We ain't got no other family in America. Everybody back home. So it's like now that I finally found something that's feeding my family and I can pay my rent off streams, I wish I would. You know what I'm saying? Mess that up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I would say family and is more so and the disappointment of failing.
So with having the, I guess, full scholarship to play football, did you have hopes of going to the NFL?
Yeah, you look at me now, bro, I'm 31. And I sit and I think about that. I think about it now, like 31. I ain't lift weight since I lost my scholarship. So imagine if I would have. You see what I'm saying? I probably would have still been going. Probably would have been crazy, you know what I'm saying? But, like I said, everybody got a plan. Everybody, it didn't work out for whatever reason it didn't work out for. So.
John D. What do you plan on being come the next year?
I plan on being a lot more successful than I am now. I don't really try to put too much level and put it too high, like, I plan on being in the game. And then yeah, it's steps. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody, if niggas can learn anything from me, it's the point of, like, I've been doing this 10, 11 years almost, you know what I'm saying? To even last year, even really starting to even be noticed. And it was steps. You know what I'm saying? It was bad money spent. It was good money spent. It was messed up stuff in the game. It was genuine people. Like, you got to go through all of that. And you hear about it, people tell you like, yo, you're going to meet this person, and you be like, da, da, da. My mama always told me, like she always should tell me since I was little, like, she said, and I asked you, like, who don't hear go feel? Like, who don't listen, they got to feel it. You see what I'm saying? They got to feel it for themselves. You can't save everybody from making a bad decision. You see what I'm saying? You can tell them. That's all you can do. Don't never be afraid to tell them and voice your opinion. Like, yo, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think you should do that. You see what I'm saying? But everybody got to learn. And I felt like that's the best thing about me is I learned.
I think it's part of growing.
Yeah, I think it definitely is part of growing. And it's to the point now where, like, even people are like, damn, Yolo, how come you ain't signed? Like, it'll be very difficult to sign me. You see what I'm saying? I'd rather keep thugging it out because it'll be very, like, you can't buy me a chain. You can't give me a house and a car and $20,000. That don't take care of my family. Like, you see what I'm saying? That don't take care of, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I think now it's like, even with the industry now, they don't want to build. We in a tough market, so we got to keep building. We got to build the market up, like what you doing. Like, a lot of people don't have a lot of podcasts. A lot of people ain't taking them steps to say, you know what, let's step out there, put our foot in the ground and grind to get it there. It's not going to get to academics level and Gilly and them stuff overnight.
Fact.
You see what I'm saying? You got to start somewhere. It got to start with the person that's saying, hey, I'm going to use the camera. You got to start with the person that say, you know what, let me learn how to make beats. Everybody can't rap. And rapping ain't as cool as everybody think it is. Yeah, everybody else in this game, I'm going to look in the camera and say it. Everybody else in the music industry gets paid before the rapper. Why would you want to do anything else? If I would have known this 10 years ago, I'd have been an engineer. You see what I'm saying? I would have gotten the Panamera faster than rap.
You say you mix all your
I mix my own stuff. And I had to learn because at the end I didn't have the money. I didn't have the money. I really didn't. I was homeless living in the studio, bro, in the back of a studio downtown. Anybody that know my story will tell you that. They'll put facts under this. Taking showers behind the studio in the middle of the winter, bro, with a cold hose because I wanted to rap and I didn't have a car to get back and forth from the studio from Rayford, which is almost 45 minutes away from where my studio is. We sleeping beside roaches and spider bites and all types of stuff to make this happen. I was rapping when it wasn't cool. I was rapping when everybody didn't want to rap. I was rapping niggas, you look at you with the screw face. I've been paying to perform 8 years ago. Why would I do it now? I did that 8 years ago. Opened it, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just about like now I think with the Carolina scene, it's getting a nice little respect level because I don't really get that type of conversation no more. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? They'll be like, yo, come out here, you know, we'll give you this, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you got to think about it. I'm coming to your show with 50, 60 people. I'm so gangster sometimes, you paying me to perform, I'm paying at the door. I do real shit that people don't even see. And why I do that? Because I don't want nobody with me to think that they can get in free. So if I'm paying, you paying. So why you can't give me $1,000 if it's 40 people coming in here with me and they all paying 48? I can't get a rack of that. I can't get 15 of that. That's the business though. You gotta know that people are how you come into their club and you paying them to open up. You feel me? And it's you, they're giving you and one other person in free. And you got 40 people with you and all 40 of your guys paying to get in. You paying to perform and you paying for a section. You got to make it make sense. If you're doing it for content-wise, do it for content-wise. But don't just do it to just do it. You see what I'm saying?
You get a lot of these artists nowadays that, you know, they feel like, you know, they should automatically, you know, get paid without putting none of the footwork in.
And that's the worst type of artist. Because it make it harder for the people who actually deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gets saturated, bro. It gets saturated. And that be on us. That be on a lot of people who not like you, okay, boom. Like, you have nothing to gain from interviewing me. You have no personal behind the scenes ties to my career where, you know what I'm saying? It's literally, this is hot shit. Let me sit down and talk to this guy and see what's going on. A lot of people ain't got that. It's so much behind the scenes stuff going on. You never know where the real talent is. the real talent at the house right now with no connection. And just singing his life away in the closet right now, hoping somebody hear him. And that's where the game fuck up at. That's why I feel like we got so much bullshit in the game and people think, hey, this is music. No, these is the people with bread. Understand the difference. You get it in front of enough people, you're gonna develop a fan base. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn if you rapping off beat like G Herbo. You're gonna develop a fan base. It's somebody out there that's gonna be like, oh, that's slide. You know what I'm saying? So that's the main key to it. Like, I think people get so trapped up in this surrounding, like the shit I rap about, these people around here can't get with. I'm not from here, so I don't expect them to. Where my mind goes, y'all mind ain't never been. You see what I'm saying? Like, y'all ain't never been there, so I don't expect them to understand. I think that's the best thing. Like, I don't really make it local. I don't say 2-6 and all that, but this why I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that localizes stuff. You see what I'm saying? I feel that makes it like I might say something about what's going on, but or shout out some place, but I ain't finna make a whole song about mansions up the street. How many people is that gonna really gain? No offense, respectfully speaking. It's all about where you want your career to go. That's how I look at it. Like, how far you want your career to go.
That always been like a part of your thought process, or
I'm the most difficult person on myself, bro. I don't think I'm shit. If you wake up like that every day, bro, how hard you think you're gonna go? I record at least 15, 20 songs a week. I got over 4,000 songs. The hardest decision I ever have to make in my life is what song to put out. When other people can't even come up with one. You know what I'm saying? I can sit in here and drop 10 right here with you. You know what I'm saying? Just off the top. I don't write.
Everything.
Spinning off the top. That's off the top. That's just going in there and just how I'm feeling. You see what I'm saying? And what's making it so real, I used to write a lot. And you can tell from what I used to write. If you really go listen to me, you can see what I wrote and what I don't write. The vibe is different. What I write, it was more serious and you know what I'm saying? Like, it attracted a certain type of audience. What I'm saying, it's like, it's still serious, but now it's almost like, my manager was telling me, he was like, you know why they won't let you in the industry? He said, because you're too real, they scared of you. He said, Lil Uzi could walk in there with a gun and you can walk in there without one and you more threatening than Lil Uzi is. You see what I'm saying? He said, you have to figure out a way.
Commercialize it.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? And that's what happened with the record, the Do record. Like, and ever since when I realized that, bro, I did not write that, bro. That was the first time I did it like that, bro. My bro came home like, bro, that shit is hard. I said, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. I've been writing shit all goddamn my life. And y'all niggas gonna tell me to take some of my hard-earned money down and pay for a feature for some shit I just went in here off the top on. But that's my bro. And I don't never second guess his opinion. He's like, bro, I'm telling you, go get that nigga on that song. We went down there and we did it. You see what I'm saying? Out of all my records I got though, bro, that I wrote, the one I went and actually paid to get a feature on and paid to put out was some shit I just freestyled off the top of my head because it was fun. That's what it does now. It brings the fun back in rap. It brings like, it was so serious before. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I can understand how people even get fucked up with this and they're using people's rap lyrics in cases and locking them up, you know what I'm saying, and getting them fucked up in situations. It is very, 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 very difficult to not rap what you live in, dog. Trust me. It is the toughest thing to do because as a rapper, you've always feel like you just got to be so real and so thorough and you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I get it there sometimes to say some shit. I'm like, oh my God, what the hell am I talking about? Delete, delete, delete. You see what I'm saying? Because you got to be mindful. Whether it's true or not, they listening. So you got to be mindful of what you saying and how you saying it now and the way that you saying it. And that's the toughest thing. Like, it's fucking the game up. That's why the melody rappers are winning.
Speaking of that, how you feel about what just happened with Young Thug and Gunna?
I feel like my mans in Atlanta told me the only people that were surprised about Thug and Gun getting down like that is people that don't live in Atlanta. Them boys been like that. And you know, it comes like with every road to stardom, somebody got the, you know what I'm saying? It get like that. It get like that. It get messy like that. Sometimes you can't cut the ties with certain people. Sometimes, you know, and that's with me, I'm glad like I got the company that I keep. You see what I'm saying? I am not in the streets. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna see me in the streets. You know, you can get on the internet and say something about me, and before I come punch you in the face, one of my homeboys finna running, but you sit your ass in the goddamn crib and rap. This ain't got nothing to do with you. You see what I'm saying? Like you gotta somehow protect the brand. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? This started out as just a group of niggas remember us. That's what we remember us. It started a bunch of guys, you see what I'm saying? Putting on a shirt and dropping the video and setting their world star. You know what I'm saying? That was my first thing. I'm gonna send the world star. Ain't nobody around here doing that. Boom. This was 9 years ago. Boom, it went world star. The shirts started going crazy. I started selling 300 shirts a week. In the state of North Carolina, if y'all don't know, any group of 4 or more people that hang all the time, they consider a gang. You understand what I'm saying? So even if you and your mans and them been tight all your life, man, you know what I'm saying? Somehow, some way, the law feels like that's a gang. You know what I'm saying? And it started bringing a lot of unwanted attention. You see what I'm saying? A lot of extra. I stopped selling the clothes. People started getting arrested. They started saying, oh, this person's with you. Like, nah, they just bought a shirt off the website. But that just got me to understand that this place is so small. They can't believe that this stranger bought your shirt. There's no way for them today. They not trying to hear it. You know this person. No, I don't. That can happen. And that's when it started making me realize, like, bro, you got to get this out. You can't worry about this no more. You got to get this out. You see what I'm saying? Because it's bigger than Fayetteville. It's bigger than North Carolina. I got my own sound. The moment one actually hits crazy, my catalog is going to be, man, listen here. You're going to have to pay me to stop.
Atlanta was the first place that you start going to?
Yeah, Atlanta was the first place we started going to, where I actually started really investing. I went down there with Scream. Me and Scream did my Blood Brothers 1 and Blood Brothers 2 tape. And then I ended up popping out one place with me and Swamp Izzo. And he jumped on the Blood Brothers 2 tape. And I'm about to drop Blood Brothers 3, the final one with them. You know what I'm saying? Next month sometime with me and my bro. And that's always with me and my brother. That's why it's called Blood Brothers. Is we actually really blood brothers. So we put that out like that. And Atlanta started going crazy. And then after that, we started dealing with Duke and all the other people like the Lala, the Progress Report and all of that. Like we was really just tapping in the mix as much as we can and getting to where we need to be. Hip Hop Weekly interviews, all that kind of stuff. iHeartRadio interview in Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? We had all the studios, Mean Streets. Like we popping in. You got the, you know what I'm saying? You got to pop in these spots. You see what I'm saying? We recording beside Uzi. You know what I'm saying? We go to Patrick, we renting the building out. We got to wait for Jeezy and them to pull out before we pull it. You know what I'm saying? You can't even get in there when we in there. You got to present it like that. They're not going to respect you no other way.
All right. You met Deuce in Atlanta?
I met Duke in Atlanta. We went down there to Atlanta and met them. He recorded that song at Mean Streets in Atlanta. And it was crazy because when he actually heard the record, like, bro started snapping. Like, first it came in that he had no jewelry on. You know, I mean, he must have thought this was just one of them, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. One of them features, you know what I'm saying? When he popped in, he seen how niggas was in this bitch. He like, oh, shit. And then he heard the record. Slim ran back to the car, put all his shit on when he grabbed his bottle and came in this bitch and went crazy. Like, and then this how you be knowing that you got something. When we did the song, he already had a verse. When I did my verse in there, bro said, oh, hell no. I'm finna rewrite my shit. You know what I'm saying? And he actually got on my cadence. If you listen to that song, he's on my cadence. I'm not on his cadence.
Yeah, I peeped it.
You see what I'm saying? That's the respect level. Because his cadence wasn't going to fit on that. And he knew that. This is where your artistry come in. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm gonna do, like, I got a record coming out on the 31st with Tootsie. I was trying to get the record cleared. It was just, I ain't really got to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not finna do it. Put it like that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way in hell. And I'm finna give you that for no clearing no record. And then I gotta still put the money in the record. Like, I'd rather just put the record out. You see what I'm saying? So I got a record called Slide Music releasing with Tootsie on the 31st.
And with Tootsie?
Tootsie 2 times on the 31st.
Okay. What was it like working with him?
It was all right. This was like way before he even really started going crazy. My man's Hood, him and Tootsie people was like real cool. Tootsie from Syracuse originally. And that's where my man's is from. So in Syracuse, almost as small as Rayford, North Carolina. So everybody know each other. And he linked it up for us and we ended up going to Raleigh and doing it. Maybe like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, something like that. And then he started going crazy. But with this game, I should have got the clearance then.
Yeah.
I didn't wait till then. Now he 3 deals up. You know what I'm saying? Which is South Coast, whatever, Atlantic. It's like 3 deals. You see what I'm saying? So that's 3 people that's gonna have to get a piece of that pot. Which I ain't knocking it. You know what I'm saying? It's still a good. You know what I'm saying? It was still a good look for him even doing it for what he did it for. So I don't even be tripping. That's the thing about me. Like I don't let. You know what I'm saying? Nothing stomp, like make me feel like I ain't gonna make it or oh my God, this is the end of the line or like, nah, it's, it is what it is.
Okay, now you already, you're on the way, looking at, your Spotify, YouTube and everything, you're definitely doing numbers, what was the feeling like, whenever, your numbers start going up, what was the vibe like? It's a weird kind of vibe because I'm not gonna give you the rapper answer. I'm gonna give you the other answer. It's hard. The other answer is it's hard to be happy about something that you know is gonna happen. I'm investing in my promotions. You see what I'm saying? I invest money in my ads. I invest money in Spotify ads. My management and them put a substantial amount of money monthly behind that. So it's gonna do that. You understand what I'm saying? That's the key to it. I ain't like none of these niggas that sit here and fool nobody and cap out like, oh yeah, I'm going crazy. No, you not going crazy by yourself. And you know you not. You see what I'm saying? If that shit don't really get into people's faces, it doesn't do what it do. So you gotta humble yourself at the end of the day. So my manager, he be laughing, he be like, bro, you don't never be excited about nothing. And I be like, how? When you know in the background what you investing into this. You putting $10,000, $15,000 a month into promotion, you know what I'm saying, for records for when the Deuce thing came out.
Reach.
We talking about big articles, big blogs, big this, big that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what people got to understand. Because you see a nigga like that, that don't really mean sometimes that nigga hot. That's your personal opinion whether that nigga hot or not. If you don't like it, you don't like it. It is what it is. You don't like it, you don't like it. They just put it in your face and make you make the decision of if you like it or not. That's all that is.
By the time the way, promotion and marketing, by the time you see it 3-4 times,
they already starting to, exactly. So
anyway.
Exactly. And it's up to us to do that. It's not up to a person to share it willingly to do that. It's up to you to put it in these people's face to do that. So if you ain't popping, that's your fault. People ain't fucking with me. No, you not fucking with you. Because for you think of it like the Fortnite and the force field. You see what I'm saying? That's how I think about it logically. You know what I'm saying? I think about it like the force field. Not closing in, but going out. So you start here. And the more money you putting into it, the more it goes out. That's why some people can do one song and for 10 years, they still making money because it's still going. Just because it passed you, it's now overseas. It's new in China. It's new in, that's the thing. Like, and then they feed it and they keep feeding it and they keep feeding and they keep feeding. You see what I'm saying? You got labels that's putting 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 into people. How you think you finna compete just putting it out on Facebook? How you think you're gonna do that? I'm glad I got blessed and fell in my studio. Like I hurt my hand in my studio. I slipped in that same studio when the hurricane that hit. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the bathroom, I'm washing my hands, and I slip. When I slip, it's a porcelain sink right there. I try to grab the sink go down with me. You feel me? Smash into like a million pieces. I fall on my face. I ain't even thinking about my hand. I'm thinking about my face. So I'm going to the mirror. I'm like, oh, I'm wiping all the, you know what I'm saying? Did none of it pierce my face? You see what I'm saying? I got a couple of little, but none of it really like pierced it. Bro, I looked at my hand, bro. The porcelain had broke and went straight through my hand and cut 2 tendons in my hand. So it's sticking out off the top. Goof pulls it out because I'm tired of looking at it. I pulls it out, it just starts gushing everywhere. Had to go straight to the hospital, right? No insurance. Had to have 4 surgeries. They had to tie my tendons back together. You see what I'm saying? I go back to the studio then, my hand messed up, I'm still in there rapping. This is how real God is. That's why I believe in God. I'm sitting in there, I'm like, damn, the hospital bill, you know, they had to do it because it was an emergency, but the bill high. The dude come in there, he said, Yolo. I said, what's up? He said, man, I done watched you sit in this studio for almost 2 years. Struggle. I said, I don't want nobody living in here. I know you living in here. I know you sleeping on this couch in here. You see what I'm saying? Older guy, love him to death. He said, it's a $5 million insurance policy on this studio. I have no signs up in that bathroom for slip and fall. Make a claim. What nigga you know gonna come and tell you
make a claim on his business.
To make a claim on his business, bro?
Mm-hmm. No, not too many. Not too many.
$500,000 settlement. I cried, nigga. And start pushing my music the right way. Took care of my family. Took care of everybody that's around me. And start investing my money. And start doing this shit the right way. That's Yolo's story. Nobody has that but you.
All right.
You see what I'm saying? So when the police see you pushing this all over the place, they thinking it's drug money. Not knowing that this happened for you because you were such a good person for real. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, how many people gonna do that, bro? Literally. Come and tell you to sue they shit. Mm-hmm. I went back in that studio, it's a slip and fall sound in the bathroom. Only one, ain't nobody else though, you feel me? You know what I mean? But that's real though, bro, and I always love that man for that shit, bro. Pyramid Rehearsal Studios, downtown Fayetteville.
Okay.
It's like 40 studio rooms in there, fool. I done seen some of the struggling and so hard. We was all in there together. We'll call each other now and talk about that shit. That shit was the jungle. You see what I'm saying? Like, for real. You got your microwave in there, your refrigerator, and you just living in there. You waking up straight to a studio. That's why I wake up to it now. I can't help it.
Just habits.
It's just a habit. Like, I go to sleep, I wake up, I come sit in front of this computer screen like I live in that studio. I can't break it.
That's it.
Do you prefer the rest of your songs? What's your favorite song? Do you have a favorite song?
Brother Drive, probably my favorite song. Got a song called Brother Drive. How I was feeling that day, man, was crazy. So I think, like, for that record, I think, like, I listen to that song a lot. Like I got a lot of songs that, you know what I'm saying, like all the club bangers and all that stuff. When I'm riding and I listen to Brother Drive on repeat sometimes, you see what I'm saying? Because I don't know, it's weird because like when I hear it, I go back to how I was feeling then. Even with the shirts, when I was pressing the shirts, like people didn't know I was pressing my own shirts. You see what I'm saying? So every time somebody took a picture with a shirt, I remember pressing the shirt. That's a feeling that a lot of people ain't get. Every time I see somebody buy a shirt from another place, I'm like, damn, I pressed that shit with my hand in my crib. I started getting the bed sheets. I know what I'm saying? I went and got the bed sheets, started pressing the Rue Gang on the bed sheets. Reckless and Untouchable clothing, you can go on the Instagram and you'll see it. Bed sheets. Before niggas was doing this shit, bro, you better ask them. Bed sheets, pillows, shower curtains, bathroom mats, car mats, baby onesies. We was doing all that. And I was pressing all that shit with my own two hands.
In a song, the job basically reminds you.
Yeah, it reminds me kind of like of the struggle because, you know what I'm saying, like the first line of the song is probably the craziest part. I say, I ain't got no L's, I let my brother drive. And that's facts. Like my brother drive everywhere I go. I got 8 cars and he drive them all. You see what I'm saying? So like, I never really be in no rush to get no license because I don't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? If I go somewhere, you know what I'm saying? I'll go somewhere with my bro. Like, yeah, if I got to go somewhere for music, I ain't going nowhere with myself. Mm-hmm. You got to move accordingly. I think a lot of people get that real nigga shit fucked up. Like, you got to move accordingly, bro. I got 2 little girls. You know what I'm saying? I'll be damned if I can't be here for the bad boys. Me and my boy True pulled the bad boy stunt on the prom date. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm with all of that. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I want to do all that. That's some shit. I ain't had no pops. So I ain't finna leave my kids like that. You know what I'm saying? That's my biggest fear. That's the biggest fear for me. Is to leave my kids without a dad.
I started Since Fayetteville during the pandemic. My parents bought me this candle kit to keep me busy, but my love for crafting quickly turned it into a business. Each candle is 100% soy wax with hemp flicks. Hand poured and made with love. This is the part of the script where my dad would say to buy some candles, but you're gonna do that anyways. Help support future pilots.
Within this state, has there been any artists that, you know, had an influence on you?
Yeah, definitely. Babies are definitely a big influence. The baby is, if he ain't an influence for you, I don't know who is. I don't relate to nobody else. Mm-hmm. I feel like even you never know what you don't know what it's like up there. So I don't judge them. I judge it from what I did see, what I seen with my own 2 eyes. I seen the grind. I seen the hustle. I seen the radio campaigns. I seen the South by Southwest. I seen the showcases. I seen the, you know what I'm saying, the posters in the streets. You see what I'm saying? I was in high school going to do where they had you sign up for colleges and shit in Charlotte, and they had like a big little they let you come in the building, all the colleges, like a little college thing. They used to bring all the schools in there, and we went, bro, and we in there. He got posters, shit from then. And then as far as like Fayetteville, it's this guy named Ray Hustle from Fayetteville. When I first came, this dude had the decals on the cars, the t-shirts, the rags, 60D pulling up, you know what I'm saying? All solid street niggas. Like he had what if you was growing up, what you would want to have, all your niggas eating, everybody shining, you feel what I'm saying? Everybody, you know what I'm saying? I'm even, one time I even got a female or whatever, you feel me? And she laying down, she roll over. I see Loyal Boy across her back. I'm like, oh my God, this nigga is the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? This nigga is the GOAT. You see what I'm saying? I tell him that shit till this day. He don't rap no more. He actually got a hookah. He do the hookah stuff like that, the flavor hookah stuff like that. And you get a chance, check him out. But that's my dog, bro. I tell him that shit all the time. Like, bro, you don't even know, bro. They used to sit there and just Be like, damn, bitch, I'm trying to be like Ray, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
So basically, you were influenced by like the grind.
That's what I think. Why I cherish it so much now, because that's what I respect. Because anybody could wake up and want to rap for 6 months, though. It's 6 years from now, are you still gonna want to rap? $100,000 down the drain, are you still gonna want to rap? That's how you know you love some shit. When you take losses and you still want to do it. That's how you know you love a bitch. You see what I'm saying? She heard you still want to, I love this bitch, dog. And that's when you start checking yourself like, oh, bro, you wildin'. You see what I'm saying? You wildin', fool. You got to check yourself. It be like that, but that's how it be. We was rapping when it was dangerous and spiders was coming out in the booth when niggas was rapping like recluses and shit coming out because the studio was by a damn lake. So ain't nothing but spiders and you know what I'm saying? Like, did you want to do it then? That's why I feel like the grind is so important. I don't give a fuck if you trying to tell me a nigga been rapping in your small ass town for 12 years, boy. He tougher than a lot of niggas. Because he's supposed to stop a long time ago.
What was your inspiration to start rapping? Like, what made you start rapping?
My brother. My brother ended up catching some charges when we was like 15, 16. And he had put on house arrest. And started recording songs. And my brother don't really express himself. He don't talk. He don't really, if you got him in the interview, he wouldn't even say nothing. You had to really like force words out of him. But he bought a little tiny HP little computer like this big. He had the Cool Edit Pro, the computer mic, the little small joint that used to stand up, the little computer mic. And he did a song to what was the name of that Eminem song? It was a real emotional Eminem song. Boom, Stan. It was Stan. And he was going through his trial. And he never talked about it. But he rapped about it. And he was asleep one day and I went out in the garage. Let me see what the hell this nigga got going on out here. Push play. And I listened to that shit. I was like, God damn. That shit brought tears to my eyes. I'm like, yo, that's crazy that, you know what I'm saying? So then, after then, I'm like, okay, he trying to take this shit seriously. All right, boom. I used to freestyle all the time. I used to battle rap. I used to freestyle, fuck around and shit like that. And he ended up having to go do his time. So he ended up starting to get me to rap a little bit here and there, doing little verses and shit, but he was really the one rapping. When he actually got his time, he had to go do 2 years. When he was going in, I had just lost my scholarship. And he was I remember he was on the screen. And I told him, I said, man, I'm finna start doing this rapping shit for you. He like, word. But mind you, I used to go, when he was on house arrest, I used to go perform his songs. So I was already performing. You see what I'm saying? Then we was performing under a group called Geek Team. And we was going around performing everywhere. You see what I'm saying? And I was performing his songs. So I'm out there rapping his lyrics as I'm him. And we rocking and shit like that. But he ended up going during his time. And like, yeah, I'm about to push this shit, nigga. I say, bro, when you come out, bro, this shit gonna be something crazy. You know what I mean? And he ended up going to jail. When he came back out, I had this shit already kind of sold up, already where it's going, and then we dropped the Rumble video with Otto. My man's and Otto the Director, they lived in Syracuse. Just seems to pop up. Otto lives in Syracuse. He from DC, but he lives in Syracuse with my homeboy who's from Syracuse that moved down here. He's like, yo, I got a video due for you. I'm like, bro, I don't want none of these Carolina niggas. I'm like, bro, I need my shit to look fire. I want to compete. I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want a $150 video. I know it's going to cost me, but I need to make sure you know what you're doing. That's all I ask. He sent me to Otto. No bullshit, no cap. I hit Otto. I'm like, yo, what's up? Trying to get a video done. Bitch sent me a fucking price sheet for as long as that TV right there. 5 bands, 7,000, 2,500. Gotta provide the nigga meals 3 times a day. You gotta get the nigga hotel. I'm like, yo, so I hit my mans up like, yo, what type of weird ass shit you got me going on? This nigga wildin', you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck it, I'ma do it. And it's crazy because if you talk to Otto, he'll tell you this shit. Like, we talk about this shit all the time. So Otto comes to Fayetteville.
I done pays the nigga. He pulls up to Fayetteville. He loses his wallet on the train, so we ends up meeting at the Waffle House. So I take him to the Waffle House, we eat. I'm like, yeah, so this is what I got for the video. You see what I'm saying? He talking about something. What song is it again? I say, bro, what you mean? What song is it, bro? He was like, what song is this? So I said, okay, cool. Ended up playing the song. We talked about the video. After I talked about the video and shit, we take him home. We start playing the video, going in the woods, playing the video, doing all this extra shit. Bro, I was so dead broke. I was so dead broke, bro. He was talking about that shit the other day because he just shot not Spinning, but the one before that, Really Rap. And while we was in Atlanta, we sitting on the balcony and shit. He got like 5, 6 cribs, he Airbnb, you know, he doing it. So he like, bro, remember when we first shot Rumble and you ain't had no money to give me breakfast and you knew that shit was in the contract and we pulled up to the McDonald's and I'm like, bro, just give me a pancakes and the sausages from McDonald's. You know, that shit like $3, $4. That's how broke I was. He said, and I didn't know why you was underneath the seat of your car. And you was just underneath the seat, just digging underneath the seat. You see what I'm saying? He said, bro, what was you doing, bro? I said, bro, I was scraping up change to goddamn get the goddamn pancakes. And the guy, I said, bitch, I was broke, nigga. I was fucked up, fool. He was like, I know. He said, bro, you know what? And that was the day. He said, that was the day, bro. I always fuck with you, bro. He said, I never forget that. He said, look at us now. You see what I'm saying? I go down there, he don't even charge me. His camera and everything like that. When I got my settlement, guess what I did? Come on. That's all he said, something like, yo, that's my man's. Like, dude, we talk every day. Like, that's like one of my best friends, like, for real. You know what I'm saying? And it's that reason. You see what I'm saying? Because even with him, I told him the same thing. Go chase it, bro. Don't wait on me.
Mm-hmm. From where you at now, would you have any advice that you would give back, you know, or, you know, give to like artists that's starting out?
It's hard to give advice right now, bro, because it ain't no advice. That makes sense? It ain't no advice. It's no blueprint. It's no, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing. It's none of that. When we was coming up, they was telling us, oh, press your CDs up, get your press kit. Get the man, niggas is getting booked with no press kit. Like, that shit don't mean nothing. Like, I don't even know what to tell an artist more so than just be yourself. I think that's the key to it. I think people starting to gravitate to genuineness. Like the Morey situation. Genuineness.
Yeah.
J. Cole fans are genuine fans. It's the reason why J. Cole still dressed like that till this day. It's a reason. If J. Cole was dressing like me, the kid that we throwing paper in the class would not relate to him anymore. You understand what I'm saying? He's a very smart person. He can buy everything you want. Don't think that it's bullshit now. It's still all that. Balenciaga, still all that. But the look is the reason why they made that look like that. To appeal to still the, you know what I'm saying, the mid-level and the, you know what I'm saying, the people that don't have it. Because they don't think that shirt with the 17 bullet holes in it is worth $1,800. They don't know that. They just see J. Cole with some big ass pants and a big ass shirt, and they just appeal to it like, oh, he's just being himself, like he's being Cole. And I think that's what the best advice I can give to an artist is just be yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's really no blueprint. Don't let nobody tell you different. Put out content and be yourself.
How was it being from Trinidad and Tobago, and then living here? What's the difference?
Weather, first off, because we only got 2 seasons. Rainy and sunny season. We don't have no snow. When I came here, I couldn't believe ice came out the sky. Fucked my head up. Didn't know nothing about it. You see what I'm saying? We only got 2 seasons. Another thing more so is like, I don't know how it would have been. I got an uncle back home. He told me he felt like if I would have grew up in Trinidad, I probably wouldn't be alive right now. Trinidad is a really, really, really tough place. And to Trinidadians, you making it to America is like almost like making it to heaven. So they look at you a certain type of way, like you made it out, like you made it to, you know what I'm saying? I would love to go back home and live.
Hell yeah. And I was just telling my man today, yeah, I get my shit right. I'm going back home. You know, places for you to live there when you go back. But, you know, I feel like the difference more so of the people, the culture, the food, everything is a lot different. But the opportunities that America brings is nothing like what I would get back home. $100 in U.S. money is $650 in Trinidad money. You know what I'm saying? So even the value of the dollar is different. My aunt used to send us $1 when we was kids and we thought we was lit. You know what I mean? But that mind state, like, it's like, I don't know, I guess dibbing and dabbing. And then with my mom, me and my dad on a tourist visit, he's military. So then I went from Trinidad to Louisiana to Maryland to North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm coming from Trinidad, learning to be American. I go to Louisiana. Then as I'm growing up, I'm becoming a teenager. I go to Maryland to get my whole swag and my whole da-da-da-da. And then growing up to be a man, you in North Carolina, which is like the home of the retirement people and laying back and chilling. Like that's what it's about. So I feel like all of them kind of puts me to my unique person right now. You know what I'm saying?
So you didn't come to Fayetteville until what? You got your scholarship?
Nah, I didn't come to Fayetteville until I came to Fayetteville in 9th grade.
In 9th grade?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I came to America when 7th grade. I was in Louisiana. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And 8th, I came to America at like the end of 8th grade, beginning of 9th grade. Came to North Carolina, I mean. Fayetteville is the home of the Lucky Charm. That's what I call it. The J. Cole's where they don't got nothing going on, they pick you up. That shit don't happen to everybody. Then they came right back again and happened to more. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's crazy, but they have yet to actually have somebody like the baby come out the mud that people could know, because guess what the baby did when it came out, whether people wanted to accept it or not, he brought that whole Charlotte music scene up with him. People don't want to give him but he brought that Charlotte.
I feel like he elevated the North Carolina music scene. I feel like, you know, the whole, like, the energy changed. I feel like, you know, it was always stuff going on, but I feel like it started being more stuff going on. More people want
it's respected.
You know, podcasts. All the rappers either sound like the baby or
come on, Vegas. Bro. For like 2 years, bro. That was bad. Oh my God.
You know, Baby definitely had a major influence in the past 4 to 5 years. You know, on the North Carolina.
And at the end of the day, the Carolina artists, and that's not knocking nobody that came out before, the description of them or the way that they looked at them, I think Baby actually putting it on for a real Carolina nigga. They think he ignorant, but that's Carolina niggas. You see what I'm saying? We like that. We'll put hands on you. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want the sapsucker to make it. They pushing around in the industry and shit like, oh, he from Carolina. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I went to a showcase one time. We had said it was in Atlanta. We had said it was in Carolina. Niggas thought we was going to come out and do the Whisper song or some shit. I swear to God, bro. I asked my bro. I couldn't believe that shit. But this is like 6-7 years ago. So me being now seeing how far the culture came up, like they can't come at you like that. You see what I'm saying? I love what the nigga doing. I swear to God, I love it. Because even with Atlanta, I give a fuck about that shit till Gucci and Jeezy. When Gucci and Jeezy started coming up, they had the commercial rappers. Don't get me wrong, but when Jeezy and Gucci started coming up, that's when you started seeing everybody.
Break through all the trap rappers.
All the trap rappers, all the people that can really the doors opening now.
Memphis was the same way. Perfect example, that fuck nigga feed, the fuck nigga free girl. Okay, boom, check this out. Me and Hit Kid cool. I follow Hit Kid on the gram. I seen when Hit Kid put that girl in the studio. I seen when Hit Kid made that song. I hit my mans up and I say, bro, this song is gonna be a #1 song by the end of the summer. He was like, why? I say, bro, because watch how Memphis stamped the song. That's the difference. He don't gotta put too much money into it. He got Duke, he got Glock, he got Gotti, he got everybody that's in the Memphis area that they don't gotta pay them. They stamped it. They pushed it. This is a real Memphis bitch with a real Memphis producer. This is Memphis. We stamping this.
That sounds like us.
I literally,
it sounded like them.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, but here we don't have that. That's what it's coming back to. We don't have it to the point where we got a little nigga popping right now and niggas could be like 5 or 6 of us and be like, oh yeah, boom, and he gone.
Yeah.
These niggas don't even want to do it. These niggas know, bro. These niggas watching, bro, they don't want to do it. Because they so want to be
that #1. I think it's people in the culture that in the Carolina culture that can do that for artists, but like you said, it's just like
it's no personal ties. A lot of these niggas want their hand on your bread, bro. That's why a lot of niggas don't deal with me. That's why a lot of people don't fuck with me, bro. That's why you'll go and a motherfucker look at me like, God damn, who the fuck is this nigga? Why ain't nobody talking about him? Because ain't nobody got their hand in my pocket. You see what I'm saying? That's why they ain't throwing me in all the showcases and all the shit because they got a personal hand on these artists' pocket. If this artist go, they get paid. That's what they push. They don't care about your song being hot. They don't give 2 shits about it. That's why I say you and Coco changing the narrative. The narrative needs to be changed. Even if you do have your hand on an artist, that don't mean you can't push this nigga from over here. You mad because the nigga ain't coming to you. He don't know you. I don't know y'all. I don't know niggas. You gotta let me know what you do. You feel what I'm saying? And then we can go from there. You can't be mad that I don't know you. I don't be mad at people that don't know me. You think I'd be upset? Because the nigga be like, he don't know me? No, I don't care. They make a top 10 list and they be like, Yolo, put me on. Like, I'm right on there. I just gotta work harder. I don't care. And niggas laugh like you, like this nigga Yolo crazy. But it's the truth. That's how I look at it.
I say that because it was just a Fayetteville list that came out the other day. That's somebody put up. I ain't really look at the artist that was on it.
Nah, I was up there, but even with that, like, come on, that's a no-brainer now. They do that. You just hate it.
Word. So,
you had nothing to do with it. The least you could do is salute it. You had nothing to do with it. Like, it's a no-brainer now. Like, I'm doing commercials and radio. I just did a commercial for the tattoo parlor, Vinny tattoo shop. I did a Solitary Gold commercial, like radio commercials. I did a Bells Bombing commercial. They want to shoot a video. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? And I love it. Because it's challenging. Like, I'm like, yo, what you want me to rap about? Yeah, talk about the prices and and they don't even understand how hype I am to do the shit. Because it's a challenge for me. Like, damn, I ain't never did no shit like this before. Okay. Now I got the hang of it. I got 4 or 5 of them now. Now I'm ready. You want a jingle? Come on. I got that for you too. Jamie Foxx in this month. I got that for you too. Jingle 3000, nigga, I swear. Because that's what it is. It's becoming fun again. Like, it's like, damn, like, okay, this is what this shit's supposed to be like. And it ain't even shit. Nigga told me the other day, like, bro, you the most consistent person in Fayetteville. I said, no, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I say, I just put out work. I'm not consistent. No, I forgot how he put it. Trying to say like I was consistent. I told him, no, I'm not. I say, because I don't put out music as much as I want to because I got to put it out the right way. And that takes money. So I put a budget behind everything I put out. If I could really drop these shits on y'all niggas like y'all want, y'all would go crazy. But it takes money. You got to plan it accordingly. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff is planned. So you got to know when to do it. I say it's sad that I just do it more consistent than most. That's the only thing that's different. You know what I'm saying? I just do it more consistent than most of the people around here, which is sad. Niggas need to start putting shit out. Like, you can't 1 foot in, 1 foot out, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You know what I'm saying? When you're down, you gotta drop music. When you're up, you gotta drop music. You gotta figure it out.
A lot of artists, they want the money to come fast or be instantaneously, so when they feel like, when I got a hit, and it ain't, you know what I'm saying, in their mind it's a hit, but, they not putting in that work or putting the money, behind it, necessarily.
Streams, streams don't cost shit. I don't think niggas know that. Like, streams, that's all?
No, this is off.
Oh.
Yeah. Over here. The battery.
But that was his last question anyway.
I ain't about the soccer ball.
Huh?
I ain't asked you about the soccer ball.
Oh, yeah.
What was
we
my bad.
57 minutes in now.
What was up with the soccer ball? He wrote the question. What was up with the soccer ball?
He playing soccer.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see that.
Playing soccer before he came over here.
Mm-hmm.
They playing soccer.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad is a professional. My real dad was a professional soccer player for Trinity.
And that's the sport over there. That's the sport.
That's what we got. That was why I said that was funny that you said that.
Yeah.
Even my bro, when I was in high school, I played basketball. My bro was played soccer. Like, he was one of the best soccer players. Like, that's what we grew up on. That's what we grew up on every day. Waking up, going to play soccer. We didn't play basketball. We walked straight past the basketball court. I ain't become a football player. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't play football till 9th grade. That was the first time I ever even played football. I remember I put my thigh pads in my knee pads and my knee pads and my thigh pads. And true, my best friend, that was my best friend when I moved here. That's been my best friend for 15 years. You see what I'm saying? And they was out there, niggas was laughing at me and shit, talking crazy. Like, bro, but the only thing I knew how to do was hit. I could hit.
He was on defense.
I could hit. I ain't know how to run no plays. I ain't know no gaps. Blitz me. Tell me who I need to hit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get there. You see what I'm saying? Now I know, and I'll be like, damn, I wish I would have. You know what I mean? Because they had to utilize me as such. I played middle linebacker. I was really on the outside, but I didn't know how to read shit. Because I just started playing football, so you got to understand, I'm new. I don't really know, so you got to utilize me. When you put me in the middle of this bitch, in the middle linebacker, where I just got to sit here, might do a little blitz here and there, but I ain't got to go with no crazy coverage. I ain't got to do none of that. And I was nice. I was good at that shit. And my man was the right side linebacker. We played them shits all 4 years of high school.
I was an offensive lineman. I used to be 300 pounds when I was in high school.
For real?
Yeah, 300 pounds.
Yeah. God damn. He's surprised as hell. He was like, damn.
Yeah, I played my freshman and my sophomore year. After that, by the time I turned 16, I was able to get a job. I'm gonna get this money.
Yeah, I don't know. I got hooked on it. I got hooked on it after a while because I was really better in basketball, but I just kept getting bigger. You see what I'm saying? I just kept getting bigger. I didn't understand how or why. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really lift too crazy weights. We bullshitting. I'm watching niggas in that bitch. And I'm like, oh yeah, we ain't even we were just talented, bro. We ain't really knew what we really had, and how good we had if we would have put in that work. That's why I don't take the music shit lightly. Because I'm talented and it don't mean I don't gotta put in the work. Don't mean I gotta sit in the studio like the next nigga and put them hours in because I can do it or I have the work already. I try to record as much as I can. You see what I'm saying? Try to, you gotta keep that shit. I don't know. You can't get sidetracked with this shit.
One last question, or one last thing, are there any Fayetteville or Trinidad artists that you want to shout out?
There's a lot of Fayetteville artists I want to shout out. We got Rich Henry, we got BRNB more. I like these niggas out there in Robertson County, BNB Hondo and his brother Foolie. They remind me of me and Coon. I'll go more so I got this dude in Carolina called Slim from Fayetteville. I like a lot too. Who else on there? Like Block Boy Moolah, that's my man. So he about to drop. There's a lot of people that I'm connected with, like personally, and I know their story, and I know where they from, and I believe in their projects, and I try to help them. I try to lend a hand to anybody, like, you know what I'm saying, that really want to push that, you know what I'm saying. I try to give them a hand. You know what I'm saying? I got my boy Juice God, he going crazy too. It's a lot of people in Fayetteville that's really trying to make they bug. And Fayetteville's so crazy because everybody doing this. You see what I'm saying? Like, but nobody in the middle knows what's going on. That makes sense. So you got your own little movement, you going here. But only you and your people know where your movement is going. And then this person going here, and only you and your people know where your movement is going. And then this, like, it's so many people doing stuff that if we don't have people like you in the middle to pulling it together, it just goes unnoticed. And you have a person going this way for 10 years like I was, and nobody noticed it. You see what I'm saying? Nobody even paid attention to it. I don't have 5 labels sit down stuff. You see what I'm saying? And it all came back to, even when I'm a manager was saying, it all came back to, yeah, that place is small, but they're going to make them calls back home. They're going to call the radio station. They're going to call certain people. Your shit get to the, you know what I'm saying? They're going to call you. Yo, Kash, what's up with so-and-so? You heard of him? You know what I'm saying? But you got to get it there. Everybody got to get it there and start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. And I always show love to anybody that even attempting to do that shit, bro, because that's where it starts. Got to put your foot in the ground and start somewhere. Shit ain't overnight. Overnight success don't last. Most of the overnight people that you seen got successful overnight, they ain't last. And I don't want to call nobody's name out because they're going to be hurting about it, but they ain't last. It's tough. It's tough. When you don't work for it, when you don't understand the business, the overnight success, they'll use you and abuse you, nigga, and spit you out. Spit you to the goddamn curve, nigga. What you finna do now? You don't know the game. You don't know what just happened to you. That's why you hear niggas say all the time, like, oh, bro, you little Boosie, like, bro, I ain't getting make them.
Business right now, getting their royalties or stuff like that. Yeah, that's.
Labels don't want to build people up no more. They don't want, they don't even want a dunk. They want a layup, almost a goal team. They want that bitch to just be right there. Just drop it in the basket. And that's what you gotta keep in mind. Can't wait on them, but you need them. Niggas cap out and say you don't need them. That's cap. You need them. You definitely need them. But it's just like with anything. It's just like with a nigga signed this rookie contract. Some of these niggas don't make no money until they second or third one. You see what I'm saying?
Do you want to deal?
Yeah, of course. Hell yeah. It just gotta make sense. Of course. That's the only way for a nigga like me to even step over the platform. Honestly, between me, I never really reached the niggas that I need to reach. That shit like a cult. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting in that circle if you don't goddamn know them people. You ain't getting in that circle unless, like, you're not gonna have them conversations. You're not gonna be at the round table, no matter how much you think you are. This is a circle inside a circle. They got to make money off you. That's all I'm telling my niggas be so bad, like, oh, bro, I didn't make, bro, what you expect to make? You had nothing. So if they want 80%, why the fuck you might as well, nigga? You had nothing. You had nothing to give them. And you want these people to put all this money in for you and give you 50-50. Yeah, okay. Put 50-50 the money. Then you can get it. That's how I rock. You see what I'm saying? That's how I rock. That's why I invested my money. Why I invested my money with my aunt. Like, that's why I rock. Like, and anytime it's like they want to sit down and talk like that, I got somebody to come talk. She got 250 to put up right now. So what we doing? Now the conversation changes. You see what I'm saying? Now we can really have these type of conversations. What we gonna do now? Now the money looks different. But you gotta take a loss like them. Otherwise, you got to go ahead and just get, no pun intended, you gotta just go ahead and get raped. They're gonna fuck you over. Like, that's just what's gonna happen. And you gotta eat when you can. Like me, a label signing right now and say, hey, Yolo, we need 3 mixtapes and 3 albums. I got it. By the time I sign on a dotted line the next week, my contract is up. Y'all gotta pick it. That's y'all job. That ain't mine. The records is there. And if you don't like them, I can give you more. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be confident with yourself to know that I can make it through a shitty deal. I can make it through a shitty deal for the next one. I can. You gonna push me and give me the promo, you gonna give me everything else and the legs to move and everything like that. Say less. When you come back around, it's gonna be sweet. That's when I eat. A lot of niggas don't have that train of thought. I want to keep my masters.
I was gonna say, I was gonna say the same thing. Like, I respect you and I, admire.
Perfect example.
I'll be trying to teach, which everything you're saying.
Yeah.
I'll be trying to put that.
Bruh, perfect example. Dumbest shit out here. Oh, I'm keeping my masters. Who wants your fucking masters anyway? I ain't be hearing niggas that's nobody. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I got my own label. I own all my man. Nobody wants your masters. And if you were smart, you would sell them. Yep. If you were smart.
Especially now with NFT.
You would give it to them people because that means your shit gonna be on there for a lifetime. If not, you gotta put it on there. Do you have the money to put it on there for a lifetime? Oh, okay. All right. That shit, bro, I ain't sit down and watch niggas interviews. Yeah, man, I own my label. I got all my goddamn masters. I just cut that bitch off. Boy, you lost. Don't nobody give a fuck about that shit. You ain't Lil Wayne. That's why we talking about niggas gotta humble themselves, dog. Niggas really having to humble themselves. If I can be humble, you can. I seen a nigga out there tell me, I told her, one day, I was like, bro, how can you get on Facebook and tell you the hottest nigga in the city? I said, bro, you ever heard me say that? He's like, nah. I said, what made you feel like you can say that? I said, bro, get off that ego trip and work hard. You're not the hottest nigga in the city yet. Nobody is. We don't know who he is. We don't know. Honestly, we don't. The little boo-boo from up the road can get $100,000, but he be the hottest nigga in the city tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? Like, this shit, don't get it twisted, man. Like, this shit is about work. That's all this shit is about. It's always been about that. That's why Quavo worked the whole Migos group. It's about work. You know who work. You can tell who do the work. Who party and who for the bitches. You can tell who, you can look at that shit and tell. If you can't, you tripping.
The same thing.
You know what I'm saying? But shit, other than that, man, it's all love. Like, I just tell people, like, chase they shit. You feel what I'm saying? Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. This shit is attainable for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Don't stop. I'll be having plenty of times where I want to stop. Make sure you got real solid people around you that can give you that, you know what I'm saying, that tough love and that goddamn, what the fuck you talking about type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't have a bunch of people around you that you can beat up. You know what I'm saying? That's physically intimidated by you. Like, nah, ain't nobody around me not scared to goddamn go in the yard with me. You see what I'm saying? And that's how you need to have it because people gonna be themselves. You need people to tell you the truth. So I would tell any artist, don't be cursed with that shit for 3 years. You got a bunch of yes men around you and you don't know what's going on. Find the niggas that ain't gonna tell you what you want to hear. Find the niggas that's gonna tell you tripping. Find a nigga tell you, oh no, you spending too much money on clothes. Nigga be like, find them. Not the niggas that's gonna go out with you and watch you blow the money on the strippers and jump around with you. But the nigga that's gonna tap you and be like, bro, you could have put that $800, you did blew that shit behind a campaign. Legitimately. Spotify has it now that you can go straight through DistroKid and campaign. What is niggas waiting for? You can sell merch straight off the fucking Spotify. Right. What are niggas waiting for?
I don't know. It's there.
Even if you got a big family, you can sell shirts to the family reunion from your spot. Y'all go buy a couple shirt. You can generate money. They have made it so easy for you to be able to generate money. Utilize it. You can attach a merch account straight to your Spotify. So while my Spotify ads running and my playlist and all this shit and people coming to my shit, boom. Nigga from Oklahoma just bought a shirt for $37. They not in broke Fayetteville or struggling North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
They were the minimum wage $15. Yeah, look, I buy this shirt for $50. You damn right. You gotta know where to target. You gotta know this shit. This all this shit is, man. I'm glad that I even went through the steps and didn't let nobody handle my shit and learned it for myself and put out my own shit and sit on my own conversation calls. Because the rapper Yolo and the sitting down Yolo is two different Yolos. The nigga that get on that mic, that ignorant motherfucker right there, this ain't the same nigga that you have a conversation with. It fuck niggas' heads up every time. Like, damn, I would never think you like, yeah, but that's a character. That's some, you know what I'm saying? That's a mold. That's a, you know what I'm saying? When I get, that's young me.
Mm-hmm.
When I go in the studio, I go back to 16, 17, 18-year-old me. Like, that's what I be thinking about. I'm not thinking about, you know what I'm saying, picking flowers on my daughter, you know what I'm saying? Stuff that, you know, that I do now, that I like to do. That's what that is. People got to understand the difference, and artists got to make sure that it's a difference. That's what they get tore up at.
That's it. You said a whole damn. That's it. That's really it.
You got to separate the two.
Yeah,
and your ego and not being humble is the reason why the two gets mixed.
I think the culture, music, as well as an influence on why it gets mixed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're not really looking at, you know, these guys as like entertainers, you know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of people take it and they idolize, you know, some of them. I think that play a perspective.
You know, and that come from, but yet again, that's still on the artist. Because these people bigging your head up. You got to humble yourself. Just because you rapping like, that's why you be seeing some of these people come out of the blue 5 years down the line like, oh, so-and-so won't like that, bro. He was a bitch. But you been beside this nigga for 5 years. And you didn't let us believe all this shit this nigga been saying for 5 years. Now he's a bitch. You see what I'm saying? Like, perfect example. You know what my lawyer told me? This is the you can end it right here, whatever. This is the craziest thing he told me. I say, why they feel like I just out here conducting crime? Like, I'm like, bro, like, why do they feel like, I say, bro, none of my, like, I don't know bros in trouble. Like, I don't understand why they so got a hold on for me. He say, you can't be mad because they bought the image you sold.